We're here for our weekly press conference with head coach Cleve Wright. Coach, you've talked a lot this season about having a consistent effort throughout the game. Was Saturday's game the most consistent effort you felt throughout for a game for this season?
I think you're right. The mentality and the effort I thought was really good, and I thought it's probably the most consistent overall. What I would say really happened to us was in the second half. I felt like our game plan, we got away from our game plan a little bit, and their players, their older players, really stepped up, and so that part was the part that really stood out to me as far as a constructive thing, something we have to learn to get better at. But we definitely complimented our team on their effort and their mentality. I thought we made mistakes and then we responded well, but we just made too many of those mistakes against a team who's a veteran team like Akron on their home floor.
All right. So what's the next step for a road game when you've got the team? They're giving you that consistent effort, but what's the next step for you to actually go ahead and finish it off and get the win?
Well, I think it's trying to get as much experience in our players as we can. Like, for example, watching game film and trying to learn as much from game film as you can. Then trying to do situational stuff in practice, which is what we're trying to do, as much situational stuff as we can. We do competitive stuff in practice, and as much situation as we can put them in practice, it just gives them more experience in order to perform better.
2 games this week. First up is a trip to Northern Illinois. They're having a class at the court type event of themselves on Wednesday, so it's an 11 a.m. start there. 1, what can you tell us about this rematch with the Huskies? And 2, how do you think the early start will affect the team?
Well, we practice, and I'll start with the second question first. We practice in the morning, so I don't expect that would affect us at all. We'll need to make sure that we travel well, that we get good rest and those things. But as far as the time of the day, that's when we practice, so that shouldn't be an issue. As far as the Huskies are concerned in Northern Illinois, I think they've played well at home, and they've played some people, you look at some of their scores, and they've really competed well at home, and they've been right there. So I expect a battle like we had here, and we'll have to come ready to play. I think they've had some other players really trying to step it up for them, and I think they've made a few tweaks here and there, and so we need to travel well, and we need to be ready to play.
And on Saturday, you host Eastern Michigan at 2 p.m. It's a 3rd annual Love, Honor, Care game. I've heard you're expanding the focus and the reach of this game. Could you go a little bit, expand upon that a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the first 2 years here, we had what we called the Think Pink game, and that was where we were raising money for Luna Cares, but all the money was earmarked for breast cancer survivors. That Luna Cares would like. Luna Cares is an organization that could pay for wigs, could pay bills, could pay grocery bills, whatever it is that can help, a cancer survivors themselves or their family and those type of things. What we've decided to do this year is to change the name to Love, Honor, Care, a Love, Honor, Care game. Of course, the care being Luna Cares, and not having them specifically earmark the money for breast cancer survivors. It's all cancer survivors, they primarily work with women. I think they do work with men on occasion, but their primary focus has been women. So we just wanted to take that stipulation off of it so it could be helpful to all. And so we've expanded our goal. Our goal is $20,000. I think we're a little over half of that. We really need anybody out there that's interested in help support the event, wants a T-shirt of the event, wants to just donate for the event. That would be great. We also have a silent auction online. We'll have a silent auction at the game that they could donate. And then I would also say, just as we have done in the past, cancer survivors, if somebody knows a cancer survivor, if you're a cancer survivor and you want to come to the game, we'd love to have you come to the game. We want to honor those people. We'll also have educational things at the game and activities at the game. Our football team will be participating in ushering in survivors and their families, and we'll have special seating for them. Our volleyball team will be helping with the educational part. And women's basketball has instigated this, but we really want this to be a Miami University thing, a Miami Athletic Department thing, a community thing, because that's really what it should be about.
Is there a place that they can go? Is there a place they can go for these T-shirts? Are there any more scheduled pickup dates? Or are there any other places they can go to find out a little bit more information?
Well, certainly
online?
they can call the women's basketball office. They can email us on our website. We'll get some information if you're interested in the shirts. I think the shirts are pretty much out there. I think we have some things on site on our website. We'll have a Facebook, the silent auction Facebook will be out there. If you're wanting information, just contact the athletic department. Somebody should be able to get you to the right person. And we want everybody to, if you want to donate, great. In that way, if you want to participate in it, if you're a survivor, if you just want to come to the game, anything you want, just please don't hesitate to call, and we'd love to have you here.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach, you haven't seen Eastern Michigan, and that's who you're playing on Saturday. What team that you've already played this year, do the Eagles kind of resemble?
Well, quite honest with you, it's just like everything else. The only time I've watched Eastern Michigan is if they were playing somebody that we were going to play. So I really haven't looked that closely at them. I don't know that they resemble anybody. I think they have their own unique style from what I tell. And quite frankly, I'm just thinking about Northern Illinois. So I don't even look at that.